Right now, we are coming to you with some breaking news that is all happening in Lancaster County right now. Thank you for joining us on 21 Next. I'm TJ Anthony. So, a plane crashed in Manheim Township just shortly after taking off from the Lancaster County Airport. Right there is new video we have just into the newsroom of that plane crash. You see those flames going right there in that wind, as well as that thick black cloud of smoke as well. So, that scene right there is in a retirement community. That retirement community is called the Brethren Retirement Community. And we know that authorities are telling us several people are hurt in this crash now as well. We also know that this crash happened around 3:20, and the FAA is confirming with us that 5 people were on board that plane. There's more video from a man I spoke with. His name is Jordan Spackman. He said he saw that plane in the air moments before it went down, and he noticed something was going on with that plane because he said it was just flying too low to the ground. And there's that tail portion of the plane there as fire crews are working to control the scene there. We have a reporter live on the scene right now. Maxine Rose is joining us. Maxine, what's going on with that breaking news?
Okay, well, TJ, you mentioned that the plane came from Lancaster Airport, right? I want to give you an idea of how close the Lancaster Airport really is from where the crash happened, okay? Right behind me here, you can see that is the Lancaster Airport. The tarmac is right behind there, okay? There's the media here. We're all set up. And right behind me here is the parking lot of this retirement home here where the crash happened. At this point, I'll try and turn it around, but to be honest with you guys, this is as far as we're able to go, as so many people have been coming by and coming in and really trying to see what's happening. A lot of curious people in this community, of course, but state police who are on scene right now are trying very hard to work and to remain focused on what's going on over there. So at this point, we are waiting for more word from them. But this is as far as we can go, as far as we can see at this point. But, those photos that you saw, those are from the people who have been coming here trying to, get close, or people who are witnesses, people who are, inside the building, so on and so forth, right? And that you can see the smoke still, just going, and the fire before on those cars. We know multiple cars, were affected, were on fire. At this point, just a little under 3 hours later, the smoke is all cleared. There's no fire out here. But, there are still a lot of people who are coming by and are curious, and not only curious, but really just devastated to have something like this happen in this community. And, we're just trying to speak with them and find out more from them about what really happened here.
I mean, Maxine, and what's interesting about this is that this is coming off the heels of 2 other plane crashes that happened in the Northeast. I mean, we saw that really terrible crash that happened in Philadelphia. Unfortunately, no one survived that crash that was on board that plane. And then we also saw that just very tragic crash that happened over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. as well. So now we have this third major plane crash that happened in the country. I mean, this is something that a lot of people are keeping their eyes on. And you said a lot of people are coming to the scene to see what is going on. And if you take a look at that video right there, you see just how close that plane was to hitting those buildings. I mean, that is a miracle that plane did not hit those buildings. We do know, of course, cars, like you said, were unfortunately collateral damage in that crash. Maxine, what are people telling you that are coming by to see what is going on? What are they saying?
TJ, it's just a lot of shock. And as you said, we're hearing, we've covered all of those other crashes that have happened lately. And it's just to have another one happen. And especially when it happens so close to home here, for so many people, this is just, it's unbelievable for some people. And, when they're talking to us about maybe what they heard or what they've seen, we're hearing a lot. We just heard a popping sound, and we looked out our window, and there it was. Or just people even coming by, and like I pointed over here, just trying to see from here. They're just like, wow, I can't believe it. Or and TJ, you said you spoke to one person who was kind of talking a little bit about this and what their experience was watching this. we're just continuing to speak to those people and try and figuring out what's happening.
And Maxine, you also, before we hopped on this, you were kind of describing just the atmosphere right now. Describe, what are you feeling in your eyes and your nose?
Well, it's a little windy out here, so I'm not going to lie. It's a little hard to fully kind of get a hold on, it's a lot of kind of chaos on this side here with all this wind and not really able to breathe as well. But
Because of the smoke, correct?
But the smoke is still here. We can definitely still kind of smell it in the air, although it's not present. Like, you don't really see it behind me here. But, I think on top of that, there's just a lot of police cars around here. A lot of, obviously, state police on the ground. We've got a few ambulances here, fire police. But in terms of, like I said, just the smoke itself is not really visible, but you can still smell, that burning, that ashy kind of smell around here. But, just a lot of crime tape, a lot of police, chaos in the sense that we are all just waiting for more word. Everybody's trying to figure out more and more and more about what's happening here. And we are expected to hear from state police in under, I would say, probably 15 minutes now. Let's see, what time is it?
Yeah, in the next 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, next 10 minutes. Yeah. So once we learn more from them about what happened, we will, of course, share that with everybody. But, there's just a lot going on right here. There's just a lot of action. It's still obviously very active here. And, we will bring you those updates once we know them.
Awesome. Thank you, Maxine. Of course, we are continuing to try to learn, the people's conditions that were on board that plane there as well.
Yeah.
And we're getting new video hour by hour that's being sent into our newsroom. So, of course, we are going to continue updating you on air and online. We're going to have a lot more coverage on this tonight at 10 and 11. So you definitely want to join us there and make sure you stay up to date on what's going on by downloading our CBS 21 app, as we continue to upload more pictures and more video from the scene, especially after we get that update from officials that's happening in the next 10 minutes. So we will see you then. Until then, thank you for joining us.